is going to ask me for a picture.
Yeah.
You know? So that's the thing.
What will you be wearing?
So I think that's the key, is just being very professional.
Yeah.
And definitely on the whole, and I mean, I haven't been elected mayor yet, but the key is that, you know, I think that, as you touched upon, we really need to show everybody that, look, we're professional. And if you go to New York or LA, you're going to get the same treatment as in Boston, and everyone's going to respect the craft. And I think that's a huge point.
And like you said, the first thing out of your mouth was, you know, some people kind of put down background acting, you know, the quote-unquote real actors. I don't care. You want to get on a set, you're networking. There's so much downtime, and we meet so many people.
Oh, it's
huge.
And
I get so much work done.
Yeah. Networking is so key, and being able to go on set and do your work is great. I mean, because
and I heard you. This is so funny in an interview once. You said, and this stuck with me, it resembles, God, this is an interesting show, isn't it? That it's like being a firefighter.
Yeah.
Why? Tell me how you say that.
Well, because I just, in my mind, for some reason, I just think of firefighters as where they're sitting there and they're waiting for something to happen.
Yeah.
So there's so much downtime. But then the second you get the call, it's you better go and move.
I know, because I was sitting for 6 hours in a van outside a bar in Southie on the Ruffalo film, you know, What Doesn't Kill You. Basically, you know, you're dozing off. You're in a warm van. There's like 4 of us. Next thing you know, I'm in a fight scene with Mark Ruffalo and Ethan Hawke.
And sometimes that's the key. I mean, if you're quick like that, like I've always found, like when I was first starting out, because where I had went from LA to here, and I had done a few days background there, so I kind of got that feeling of, like, figuring it out, that like the firefighter thing, that if they call you, better be ready to go. A lot of times that'll help you get a better spot in the scene if you're quick like that, because the people that are snoozing in the back or that are, like, you know, playing cards or doing whatever, if they say, all right, I need 5 people, if you're up there and you're one of the 5, sometimes that can get you in the in the better spot, because, like I said, I mean, the director has picked those people to be there. So if you're one of those guys that is moving, a lot of times you'll get yourself in a better situation and in a better spot, and who knows, maybe even that chance for that glorious upgrade that everyone looks for.
I'm ready for my close-up.
Exactly, that FaceTime.
Cool, Chuck. That's a lot of good info here. And, you know, coming up, we're going to have all kind of real practical info on the show. We're going to let you know what's going on at the studio every week. And this is Chris Palermo, Chuck Slavin. And Chuck, before you go, you do this, is it a monthly shindig, or how often?
It's every other month.
Okay, every other month you have the filmmaker shindig. And what's this all about, Chuck? It's
basically a chance for filmmakers, and whether it's talent or crew, to get together and network. Because I think that the key to a lot of this stuff is knowing who's around, knowing who's doing what, and it just goes to that fact of, even if you're trying to be a background actor, where if people know who you are and they have a sense of you, then when it goes to that point where they go, hey, we need a guy in this thing, or we need somebody to do this, they go, oh, get Chris. Why didn't you get Chris? You know? And so it comes to that thing where, you know, not to say, I mean, in a sense, maybe it is a club, but the thing is to get out there and know people and to know who's around. So the Filmmaker Shindig, myself and Jenna Sullivan, we get together every 2 months, and we've been having them on the South Shore. We're gonna work towards getting them in different locations, but the basic idea is that talent and crew get together and mix and mingle and meet people in this industry and exchange business cards, exchange headshots, exchange phone numbers, and basically meet people that you're comfortable around. Because even as an actor, I know that when I step in a certain place and I know some of the people, you're able to shine better than if you know no one and you're kind of a little reserved. And so the Shindig, we have a camera guy there who runs around and takes pictures of everybody, which gives you that little bonus of being able to say, hey, who was that guy? And knowing who that was.
That's
and
cool.
Then we have music, and it's a great time. It's a great time, and I think it's really beneficial, especially to this industry, to be, and almost any industry. I don't care if you're a typist, if you know who's around and know, hey, they're looking for somebody to do this, and they say, hey, we know Joe the typist or Joe the plumber, then hey, they grab you, So be Joe the actor, be Joe the director, and know who's out there and know who's really trying and know who's going to be dedicated and show up. Because if you meet them and you got a good sense and you really like those people, then you know what, later on you're going to really like to work with them or enjoy being around them when it comes time to do some work. And you're going to know, hey, I know what this guy, I know this guy knows what he's doing, you know?
Because let's face it, the bottom line is if your crew, your actor, whatever, you're looking to get a gig. You're looking to get paid. And I mean, this is a great way to do it, you know?
Even on that, you're looking to make something, you know? And
right.
That's our tagline for it, where storytellers in need find storytellers in need.
It's perfect.
You know, and so that's it. I mean, you want to get out there and you want to meet people that want to do stuff. And that's the key to this business. And hey, we all want to get paid.
Yeah,
so
I know,
the
man.
thing is we're just trying to do what we love and make good stuff. So I think on the overall, on the community, you know, the shindigs, we find some people in there that you just, that's the way you meet them. That's the way you know who they are. And there's a lot of talented people there, and there's a lot, and on both sides of the camera. And I always say, I mean, if you're an actor, start doing the other side of the camera. Or if you're on the other side of the camera,
good point.
Sometimes try to act, because then you're going to have a different understanding than just seeing it one way. You're going to say, hey, it's not that easy to hold the boom mic for 4 hours.
Right.
So you're gonna have a better appreciation.
Right. Well, we could talk for hours, you know, definitely. And I'll let you go. Give me a couple of your all-time favorite movies. Obviously, you and I are passionate about film and TV, and give me a couple of your all-time favorite movies, Chuck, so the listeners get a sense of, you know, what kind of hosts they have here.
Oh yeah. Well, I've got to say, of course, I love The Sopranos.
Yeah.
I love Goodfellas. I love all that. But I definitely like there's some other movies that I just like. Pirates of the Caribbean for some reason hooks me in.
Oh, wow. Let me write that one down.
I like Johnny Depp. I don't know.
Do you?
He's
Yeah.
a good actor.
Yeah.
Really
he is.
like him.
21 Jump Street. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
My God, yeah, he's an incredible actor.
And then, of course, Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah.
For some reason, those guys.
What a story, huh,
you know,
about him, huh?
He's incredible.
Yeah.
And I mean, when you see him do some of these things, like on Tropic Thunder, I just look and I just go, wow, if I could ever do that, you know?
Yeah.
So, I mean, but I love film. I love TV. I love film. And I love craft service.
That's going to be a reoccurring theme on the show. Where you'll see a photo of me. I enjoy food and no stranger to the buffet. And I think, Chuck, you got a little Italian in you too, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. So, and I'm telling you, when we get some craft services guys in here,
they better be bringing food, Mister. I'll tell you that.
Some food
if they want to be treated good.
Yeah,
but we'll definitely have. Well, I think we could do a whole show on craft services, and we might. But the kind of things we're going to have coming up in future shows, we're going to have reps from the Mass Film Office, union reps too, because you know, there's some things you got to go through. It's worthwhile, I think, as a union person, to bring some union people into your production. There may be some people out there that want to use union talent, but think it's that big of a deal. It's really not.
It's not. It's some paperwork. And
so basically some paperwork. That's
paperwork.
it.
Which for guys like me who don't like to write is kind of a big deal, but it's simple, and you can get it done, and you can get union, and you can also if you know non-union people who are talented too. I mean, that's definitely one of the keys right now, especially in this area, is that the talent pool is big, but there's room for more, and so there's always room to bring in people who, with a little under their belt, can get into the union and can get onto these shows that are around town and eventually get into the union and say, hey, look, I got my card now, and get picked and be the type of talent that needs to be there.
Awesome.